Hello. So, we are here with Quarter-Finals of OFC Season 10. Now, you might be wondering where Week 8 was. I honestly felt bad about Week 8. Basically, we agreed to meme about, and I did not meme as much as I was expecting them to meme. So I just don't think it's really a fair thing to upload, because it's basically, I brought kind of interesting, but like at least a half-serious team, but still brought some tech. But they just went like, they brought like Defense Curl Rollout Great Tusk. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were doing this. So that's why there's no Week 8, because it's just not really a match that's worth watching. And I genuinely feel bad about it. But we did win it, so we ended up going 6-2 plus 15 overall. So, we made it to quarterfinals. We actually ended up getting second overall, which is kind of insane, to be honest. I didn't expect to get second overall with this team, but here we are. And our opponent for round 1 of playoffs of quarterfinals is Neon Umbreon. Now, I have notoriously just been knocked out of first round of playoffs, like almost to the point where it's a joke. So I'd like not to lose this, but honestly I just don't have confidence. That, and I had a plan, and then I looked into it a bit more and it didn't work as much as I wanted it to, so I've had to adjust. I basically either had to make a new plan from scratch when I didn't really have time to, or try and finagle the plan that I had to work, and we've gone with the latter. So anyway, enough about that. Their team consists of Dragapult, Iron Treads, Azumarill, Meowscarada, Iron Moth, and Slitherwing. They've got both past and future Volcaronas here. Galarian Articuno, which can Terra, Dunsparce, Lycanroc Dusk, Crabominable, and Electrode, both of which can Terra. Now, one thing I do want to look at, because I was going to look at this before, but I will do it now, as I kind of talk a little bit about the team. Obviously, Dragapult's super scary. We've been against it once this season, and, yeah, like, it's a scary mon. So, oh, it looks like they... Okay, I think they took over from a coach, actually, by looking at this. Because I went to look at their stats. And it looks like they've only played, like, a few games. So, let me double check that, see if they... No. It's probably going to be a bit... Yeah, so basically, yeah, Dragapult's super scary. Always is super scary. Iron Treads is really annoying. It's a great spinner, of course. Azumarill is super scary. So, yeah. I can't actually find anything about it, whatever. Meowscarada and Dragapult, for that matter, are both faster than my entire team. Meow, it's, you know, can do a lot of damage, set up hazards, all that good stuff. Iron Moth, very scary offensive threat. Slitherwing, I don't have too much for, as remembering the last time we had to go against a Slitherwing. Galarian Articuno is one of the scariest mons that can Terra, just because it's like you just Calm Mind and choose Terra for it. It's like a Spathra, honestly. It's like a Spathra. Because the thing can Roost and Calm Mind and store power and Terra Fighting, or whatever Terra they choose. Dunsparce I don't really expect here. It could come, but it's kind of one of the least likely to come. Lycanroc Dusk I don't see any point in them bringing. Crabominable I could see them bringing, just as something, just because like it's slow, but like my team's slow, so I could see them bringing it just like to have something like their own version of Glastria, but costs 3 points. An Electrode I could see coming in theory, but in practice I just don't think it does enough here. So the 6 I'm expecting are Pult, Treads, Azu, Meowscarada, Slitherwing, and Articuno. Looking at their stats from what they've brought Azu every single game that they've played from what I can tell. But I don't know when they actually started playing. So, yeah, we'll have to see. What happens there, but whatever. Anyway, I just need to stop thinking about that. Yeah, but they have only brought Galarian Articuno once, which is a nice thing for me. I like not to be scared of that mon. They've also only brought Slitherwing once. Again, would like to not be scared of that mon, but unfortunately I kind of have to be. They brought Iron Moth a lot, so maybe they don't bring it here. Maybe they bring it here, and my team is actually pretty well equipped to deal with Iron Moth. So, we'll see. Anyway, my team. Sorry for rambling, I'm just a bit out of it and very nervous for this match. So, I guess we're starting with this. I had 2 ideas that I wanted to go with. And this was one of them to an extent. I wanted agility, but I didn't realize that Hydreigon does not get agility. So we're going weakness policy, Dragon Dance. And we're going special. You might think, are you crazy? A little bit. So we've got a little bit of speed that means after 1 DD, we outspeed Modest Dragapult as well as Meowscarada. That's all the speed I'm going for. We've got a lot of special attack investment, despite having the weakness policy and kind of half relying on proccing it. But the thing is, Pult will just kill us anyway. Pult will just kill us. So, it doesn't matter what it is, unless it is a not choice specs Dark Pulse, or what I would like to hope for, a U-turn, it's going to kill us. So, yeah. We've just got to rely on other things proccing it. Which is why we've got the good amount of special attack investment. Otherwise, we just went max HP with a bit in defenses. I'm actually going to drop this. I want the HP. Dragon Dance, Dragon Pulse, Fire Blast, and Protect. Protect is therefore the Slitherwing first impression. It also can scout choice items, which is nice. So if I do find out it's a choice Dragapult, I can Protect on it, and then if it's going to U-turn, I will stay in on it and just get a Dragon Dance and a weakness policy off, and from there we probably win the game, assuming Azu's dead. The thing is, Azu completely walls this set because our offensive moves of choice are Dragon Pulse and Fire Blast. Dragon Pulse hits everything for pretty reasonable damage, except for Treads, Azu, and Iron Moth to an extent, just because it's got naturally high SPDF. So I think even at +2, it's probably going to take a Dragon Pulse. So we'll have to see about that. We might need to get some chip on that. But Fire Blast is for mainly the Treads. I needed a move to hit Treads, and so that's what we've gone with. So this was one of the ones where I was like, okay, I felt better if it was Agility, because then I could outspeed Booster Energy Iron Moth for speed. But, yeah. We can't, so we'll have to see what happens here. Hydreigon could do nothing, or it could win us the game. Simple as that. It's still just nice as a good offensive special attacker to bring here, because otherwise we wouldn't really have one. Because we're also bringing Glastria, and we're bringing back a quite similar set. We're bringing back the Terra Electric Shuckerberry, but we're max Fizdef. The reason for this is, we'll come back to this in a sec, but we're running Light Screen on Glowking. Unfortunately, Glowking does not get Reflect, which was what my plan. I was going to run dual screens Glowking with Chilly Reception, but it only gets Light Screen. So, to make up for that, we're going Max Fizdef on Glastrier other than the Nature. We've gone Adamant 4. Otherwise, we're Max HP and Max Defense. Icicle Crash, Close Combat, Terra Blast, Terra Electric, and Swords Dance. With a +2, this can probably kill about everything on their team. I even changed, I was originally going for Stomping Tantrum because of its ability to hit both Iron Moth and Iron Treads. However, Stomping Tantrum at +2 does not KO Iron Treads. Even an offensive one it doesn't get. So I chose to go with Close Combat because +2 Terra Blast actually does get even max HP Iron Moth. Even a good amount of defense investment will get Iron Moth. Either max HP or some defense investment, not both. But was also why we've gone with the Terra Electric Sugar Berry. I had to pick a move that's good against Azu. It was Terra Grass, Terra Electric, or Terra Poison. Originally I was going to go Terra Poison when I had the idea of dual screens, because then I could for sure take hits from both sides. Not anymore. We're just going to be setting up the light screen, and then the defense buff we get from Snow will help before we Terra. As soon as they go to Azu, though, we've got to go for that Terra and kill the thing. Because if we can kill Azu, Hydreigon can do really well, but we need to kill Azu, which is kind of half what the team was designed around, was killing Azu. Because we've got this and we've got something else that we're bringing that is good against Azu. So, yeah. I do think Glastrier can be good here. I was hoping to, like, sweep half their team with this. I'm not sure if it can now because of the lack of door screens, but I think it's good enough where we can at least trade 2 for 1 with it. Especially with the help of Glow King. Like I say, we're even running Light Clay to get that special, to get extra turns of Light Screen only. And to be honest, if you look at their team, they do have quite a few scary special attackers. If they opt to bring Special Bolt, which looking at their team is more likely that they bring. But also, Iron Moth, if they choose to bring it, this is really nice for, even though we're not running much, we're not running any special defense, we're particularly defensive to take on Azumarill. Like 2 Banded Play Roughs is not going to kill us. 2 Banded Liquidations would, but we've got switch-ins to that, we've got 2 resistances for it. So, yeah, and then obviously there's Galarian Articuno, which if that wants to try set up, then we can set up a light screen. We've also got Yawn on here, because I had to pick a move that was not Reflect, because I can't run Reflect. So I chose Yawn, partly due to, there's a multitude of things that can come in on Glow King. The main thing is either Pult or Treads can come in, and I can't have one move for both. So I figured that just having Yawn is nice. If the Pult wants to try and U-turn, then that's no problem. If the Treads has Volt Switch, that's not as big of a deal because I'm bringing Ting Blue. But yeah, we've also got one attacking move is Sludge Bomb to make sure we can hit the Azu. But yeah, if Azu's Belly Drum, we can Yawn it. If it wants to like try and stay in and deal with us, we can Yawn it, and then we don't have to worry about it being Belly Drum and trying to break us that way. So yeah, the light screen could also really help with Hydreigon, because if it is a Specs Dragapult, even with light screen up, we can take a Draco. We can take a Specs Draco with light screen up. So yeah, hopefully that will help out. Next up, say it with me everybody, it's Physically Defensive Sylveon! This is my only thing I've got for stupid Slitherwing, so I've gotta bring it. Even then, it's still not just good for Slitherwing, it's still nice for Meow, it can come in and take knockoffs. If it's a physical Pulk, it can come in on that. It's relatively decent, but obviously Iron Treads is going to be coming in on this thing every single time. So that's why we've got Baton Pass as our kind of standard 4th move. Obviously we've got the Hyper Voice, Wish and Protect, and Max HP, Max Fizdef, but yeah, Baton Pass is our final move, just to make sure that we can dip in and out when needs be. Next up, AV Ting-Lu. With a very strange looking EV spread and half kind of thrown around. The only actual calc that's in here for, surprisingly, is the 8 attack. Because that means that... Which one was it? There was something that was... Was it Treads? It might have been max HP. I think it's max HP Treads dies to 2 Earthquakes. Presuming I'm not burned. Because I think Pult's going to be one of 2 sets here. It's either going to be Hex, which is what I'm expecting, just because otherwise Ting Lu comes in on it. It could be Banned. That's an option, but I'm scared of Weakness Policy. So that's why we've got Ruination and Throat Chop. So even if we're burned, we can just Ruination the thing down. Our Throat Chop will, like, against a pull, it does like 75% to a no HP pull. So we can use that to our advantage. Obviously, Ruination, just taking 50% from a bunch of these things is really nice. Not as useful as it sometimes is, because they've got kind of a lot of more frail Pokemon, but it's still very nice. And then Rock Tomb is our final move of choice. If I don't want to just Ruination something on a switch for whatever reason, a Rock Tomb is not a bad option to go for either, just to help slow things down. Because I was considering Bulldoze, and I was like, well, I kind of want a Rock move, but then I was like, well, I can just run Rock Tomb, so that's why we got that. With the Assault Vest, it means we're much better at taking on Pult, but also we've got Impish and 100 defense to help take on physical Pult as well a bit better. Sylveon's going to have to do some Wish Passing to Ting Lu to keep it healthy, and as a result, like, Ting Lu's got to be able to take on every kind of Pult, but also it's really good at taking on Iron Treads, it's really good at taking on Iron Moth, and it's really good at taking on Galarian Articuno. 3 of those Pokemon I'm like fully expecting, and one of those is very much up in the air. It's also good against Electrode, so yeah, just AB Ting Lu does really, really well here. It means I'm not bringing any hazards, but with such a reliable Rapid Spinner, I just couldn't afford to bring any hazards. This Pokemon needs to do too many different things, and like, while Rocks would be nice, I can't justify it here. Besides, I think they're going to be fully ready for hazards. I've got a Ting Lu, so. Last but not least, we're finally running it. It's a very rare occurrence for me, but we're running Scarf Serena. We've got a decent bit of bulk, because we're not max speed and we're not max attack. We've got enough speed. We're actually the same speed as our Hydrated Gun, which means we outspeed Modest Pult. I was originally just going for Meowscarada, but Modest Pult is like a couple points faster than that, and I was like, well, I may as well go for that. Power Whip is an Oko on max HP 4 defense Azu, and then the rest into bulk just to make sure this is something that can offensively come in on Azu if needs be. Power Whip, U-Turn, Zen Headbutt, and Rapid Spin. This is an emergency Rapid Spinner if they choose to go for a Spike Stacking Meowscarada, and also if they bring Rocks on Treads, which I would fully expect, but if they, like, it's not the end of the world if they do. It's more so Spike Stacks. I don't want to deal with Spike Stacking. So this is an emergency Rapid Spinner if need be. Zen Headbutt is the move of choice for kind of the filler move here, because I was always going to bring Rapid Spin, I was always going to bring Power Up, and I was always going to bring U-Turn. Obviously, Rapid Spin on a Scarf set isn't great, but it's just in case. It was between Zen Headbutt and Play Rough, and the simple being is I can't guarantee outspeed. Excuse me, can't guarantee outspeed Pult, but unless it's Booster Energy Iron Moth, we can outspeed that. So, do a really nice thing as well. In fact, the attack investment is more so for, is actually Slitherwing. So max HP 4 defense Slitherwing dies to 2 Zen Headbutts. And this is probably the matchup where, I've used Serena a ton, this is probably the matchup where Queenly Majesty is at its best. They've got Sucker Punch Meowscarada, Aqua Jet Azumarill, and First Impression Slitherwing. So all 3 of those don't do anything to Serena. Serena will Oko Meowscarada with a U-Turn, which is great. Zen Headbutt, as I say, is a 2-hit KO on bulky Slitherwing. And then Power Whip Oko's the Pokemon that is Azumarill. There we go. So, yeah, so we're bringing multiple. We've got essentially 3 Pokemon that can kill Azu, which will allow Hydreigon to sweep in a late game. That's the idea. Obviously, we've kind of got our, now, I would call standard trio of Glowking, Sylveon, Ting Lu. these three have putting in a shift. And hopefully we can use them once more here to get into semi-finals. We're playing the match a little bit later, so wish me luck. I don't have a massive amount of confidence in this, but we'll see what we can do. I will see you guys for the match. Oh boy. Help me. So it's not quite time for the match yet, but I did find out some extra things that I was curious about, and I think is worth cementing into this match before we go into it. So, I actually found out when they took over, and the transactions that they made as a result. Neon Umbreon took over at week 6, and they were 2-3 going in. They made playoffs going 3-0. So, yeah, the team originally had a Terra Cresselia, an Electros, a Passimian, a Terra Colossal, and a Blissey. And those have now gone for the Iron Moth, the Terra Galarian Articuno, the Dunsparce, Lycanroc Dusk, Terra Crabominable, and Terra Electrode. So the first 5 were still on the team originally, but yeah. As a result, when they made the switch, like, not all the stats saved over. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see how this one goes. But yeah, thought I would give that into context, because obviously that makes this even more scary, because they went 3-0 in the last 3 weeks to get into playoffs. So this is gonna be tough. Right, I'll let you guys go and enjoy the battle, which I'm still terrified for. Wish me luck. Alright. Turn off this. I got my fan on because I'm pretty warm. Right, let's go lose. I shouldn't think like that. We might win. Rat actually finally gave me some feedback in the time that between now and, well, when I recorded before and now. Gave some different suggestions, definitely a different way to try and play the team, but I'm not going to try and change it like within like 10-15 minutes. I've had a plan, I'm just going to stick with it. So, let's see. I also have less confidence because those who have been around for a while know that my quarterfinals win rate is like maybe 10%. To my knowledge, the only quarterfinals I can think of that I have won are UBL Season 3 and GSC Season 5. Those are the only 2 I can think I've won. Every other time I have made it to quarterfinals specifically, if I skip straight to semis, I'm fine. But if I play in quarterfinals, I almost always lose. So, yeah. We've got everything going against us here. We've got a good player, they've got a good team. I had a plan that kind of is now hodgepodge, and I have like a 10% win rate at most in quarterfinals, which this is. So yeah. But we'll see what we can do. I'm not going to give up, of course, just because I'm like, oh, it's a quarterfinals, I'm going to lose. Still think we can win. I think we've got the tools to do it. So, it should be challenging us momentarily, hopefully. But the thing is in the calc. To me, does this seem more far to the left? No, maybe it's normal. I don't know, it just seems more to the left than usual. Yeah, don't think there's anything I'd change. Maybe the Tinglu EV spread. Maybe give that a bit more of a look, but I think everything else I'm okay with. Oh, where are you, Neon Umbreon? You said you would be challenging me a couple minutes ago. There we go. Okay. Okay, they do bring both Slitherwing and Volt. They don't bring Articuno. Okay, that's the main difference. They do not bring Articuno. So they don't bring Articuno, they choose to bring Iron Moth. Okay. So that means Tinglu is more so going to be here for Volk and Pull. Don't really want to be leading Tinglu when they've got a Meow as a possible lead. I think Serena's my lead. How much does Serena do to Iron Moth? Not enough. Not enough. I'd say we need some hazards for that, but kind of lacking those. I think. Okay. They're going to lead Iron Moth. I'm going to lead Serena. They cannot first impression me because I have Queenly Majesty, and unless they are Jolly Scarf themselves, which I would doubt, I can just go for a U-turn here. Get some chip and find out what kind of Iron Moth this is. It would let them know I'm Scar. Maybe just hard switching is better. Yeah, let me just hard switch. Because I don't want to just be like, I'm going to U-turn, and one, they could be scarfed, and two, like, they're not going to go for they're not going to go for first impression anyway. So, I would most expect a U-turn here. Obviously that's not great with me trying to bring in Sylveon, but whatever, so am I going to go into Glow King, and then Treads comes in anyway? Yeah. That did a pretty hefty chunk, I must admit. It's definitely offensive. Is it banded? That is adamant. It's banded. Is it... 25. Okay, it's adamant banned. Okay. It is adamant banned. They cannot get that damage with Jolly. How much does banded... I should look this up while I've got the chance. How much does banded Heavy Slam do? Banded EQ does 52. Banded Heavy Slam does 70 to 83. Okay. This is almost certainly a special pull as well, looking at their team composition. Because otherwise their only special attack would be Iron Moth. So... Wait. That confused me. Then their Slitherwing nickname is Iron Moth. Really, Meow? Alright. I know a good amount of Meow moves. Do you get one that's good into berries? Unless you just really want this knock? Not that I can see. But, like, you're risking me just killing you. I'm just gonna wish. Okay. Meow. Get banded. It's banded. That's double banned. Can they get that with adamant? No, this is jolly banned. Okay. So it's Adamant banned, Iron Moth, Jolly banned, Meowscarada. Hard to Tinglu. Good call on their part. I'm gonna have to go back. Do you have Heavy Slam? Yep. But now you're banded into Heavy Slam. And I think if there's going to be a time for me to do this, it's going to be now. We're gonna need to tear this team apart. But I think our Glow King can. I'm gonna chill you on out here. A lot of damage. Blastoise time. I have 538 defense. Terra Electric Sword Stance. Versus Iron Treads. Is that another choice band? Seems like it. No, not choiced. Expert Belt, maybe? Jolly Expert Belt. Maybe Adamant. No, Jolly Expert Belt. But I shook her for a reason. Unfortunately, they had the read. I should have not terrored, because they're playing so read-based. They're just calling me on every move. So I need to play unpredictable. That's what I need to do. And the way I'm going to do that is with Hydreigon. I just need to get this friggin' Azu somehow. Knew I shouldn't have terrored. I was like, you're gonna read this. Hey, at least Treads is dead, and honestly, there's not much else they've got that can kill Treads. Sorry, they can kill Gloking. Tinglu's pretty expendable at this point. I mean, they're probably just gonna U-turn here. Okay, they knock. Go into Hydreigon, double into Serena. I know you're banded. Yep. Get fucked. If you want to start predicting, I will predict. Yeah, give me this. Alright, well that helped a lot. You want to predict, I'll predict. And now Tinglu just got so much better. Sure, it's a banded Meow, but, like, that's really it. That's fine. I've got a Tinglu that's able to deal with any. I don't care if you U-turn. I figured it'd be some kind of Hex Pull. Which means Hydreigon's much better off. We just need to get Chip on Azu. Hydreigon, we need it at 35%. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gloking. I don't care if they knock. I can double into Serena here. And then just click U-turn because I'm faster. Yeah. Going Hydreigon doesn't really help. I just have to go to Tinglu. Just go for a Ruination. That's no! That's so rough. I'm gonna stay in Ruination again. They're gonna expect me to switch here. But I need to try and get something going. They just go for a play rough. Can that take me out at that point? Yeah. Yeah, no problem, it can. Going to Serena just means there's a mind game. I think going to Glow King is better. I think I'm fine just going for a Yawn here. And then we chilling. So I don't know if they've EV to outspeed Scarf Serena. Because they could predict me U-turning. They could predict me going for Zen Headbutt for the Iron Moth, which won't kill it, but it'll do a good amount. I'm going to Power Whip. Okay. Well, I'm slower. Unfortunate. Oh, and then I miss another one anyway. Just try and call me switching here. It's not like switching does anything. Excellent! Well, you don't have a dragon move, so... Get a Yawn. Die. I'm gonna keep DDing. I wish I went physical. Yeah, it's just what it is. If I got that 50% on Azu, I actually might have a chance here. Yeah, it is what it is. So, as per usual, lose every quarterfinals, miss 2 power whips that didn't matter. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I just played myself. What it is. Oh well. GG's, and I'll see you guys for the next battle. Peace.